For Wall Street Media, this is Mila. I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
And we've got exclusive information that nobody will find anywhere else. We've got highlights of the companies we're going to be webcasting this week at the Invest Northwest conference.
Yep.
Now, this is free, okay? And it's going to be at wsw.com/webcast/IN6. And it starts tomorrow, and then it goes through Wednesday. And we'll be back. You could listen to the whole CEO presentation there, but they're each half an hour. Or you can come back, listen to you, talk about highlights,
With
right?
the highlights, yep.
You know?
I'll have all the most important points.
Yes, you will. And good ideas.
Yes.
Boy, I'm so impressed. Why don't you tell some of the companies that are going to be at Invest Northwest?
Some of the companies.
Whet everybody's appetite.
We're gonna have Cell Therapeutics, and their ticker symbol is CTIC.
Okay.
How do we feel about Cell Therapeutics?
Let me take a look at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you know what? Where the heck are they? CTIC?
That's right.
Okay. They're 57 cents a share, which is their 52-week low. They're down 3.5% today, right? And you can see they've been as high as $7.50 this year. They decent volume. You know, they trade 600,000 shares a day, right? Which is unusual for a company with a share price that low, right?
What was their market cap?
Market cap's $29 million. You know, early days, right? I see they've got a release from 2:30 this morning. They were either up late or got up early. The 96% complete remission rate in first-line treatment of patients with some kind of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they're down 3% today. And do you know what's happening? That's ridiculous. And this is what's happened. The small investors that are buying this kind of stock, right? Most of the funds can't buy a stock that's got a market cap that's that small, right? Or that has a share price that's that low, right? Now, certainly trade a lot of shares, 600,000 shares, right? But most of the big funds can't buy something that's that small, which is stupid because they missed the gigantic home runs, right? If these guys come up with something, now, this is saying it's a phase 2 study, and you've got, you know this, but for the audience, you know, when a company comes up with some kind of a treatment, they've got a phase 1, a phase 2, a phase 3, then they submit their new drug application to the FDA, right? And 96% complete remission, right? You know what? I might buy some of these guys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to buy some of these guys, and people could follow that at Covestor.com, which is free. It's just so that they can see that, you know, we actually put our money into things. And so when we're talking, you know, it's someone who puts money in the market rather than someone who never did.
So it shows what you do, how you invest. Oh, that's a good idea. So people see what you're actually doing. Right.
You can go to Covestor.com. It's a free site, and you can look and see. And we're there, and there's 2,000 people there, and there's going to be more. Right now, everything is free on there. And so, but that way people can look and see, like, oh, they didn't just say they thought that was a good idea. They actually bought some.
Yep, they actually did it. So they must really believe that it's a good idea.
Right. And I think that's a lot more valuable than just...
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm here today talking about this stuff, but I don't know anything, and I've never owned any stocks, and, you know, so I'm just throwing things out for other people to do, you know. And that's why we do the show.
It's very good.
And, guys, 96% complete remission rate.
That seems very, very high.
And that's phase 2. Now, this is the only thing is I'm a little too hyper. And so I have a hard time holding on for too long, you know. And phase 2 means that now they're going to have to go to phase 3, and that's going to take a while. Right?
How long do the phases last?
It depends, because it depends what the study's set up as. Sometimes they have to get hundreds of people with a very specific condition, and then they've got also have hundreds that aren't being treated, so they have 2 groups to compare with, right? And so it really depends. It could be, it's not a 2-month thing. It could be a year from now that you find out. It could be 3 years from now that you find out. You know, that takes a little more patience than I generally have. You know, but I think this is a great opportunity. And they're going to webcast this week? My God, man. And we're giving it to everybody free? And they get to see you?
Yep.
Well, you know what? We're going to make it a pay-per-view show. We should, right? And who else do we have?
We also have North Star Neuroscience, ticker NSTR.
Okay. And these guys trade almost 1 million shares a day as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're down $1.54 a share. It looks like they went off a cliff here from like $5, right?
Yep, in January.
Yeah.
It just dropped.
Yeah, but the market's tanking.
Right.
And a lot of times, I think that people are afraid and they're selling off too soon. And I think this is just a fantastic opportunity to listen to what they have to say this week and then decide which ones you want to get into. We've got more. You have a couple more for us?
Yep, we have Zymogenetics, and the ticker is ZGEN.
Okay. And these guys are at $8.56 a share. They're trading 900,000 shares a day, right? It says they won over Warburg from Forbes. They're our buddies at Forbes. We had Mia here last week from Forbes. And they're gonna be webcasting this week. Let's see what they have to say.
Okay.
And Cardiac Sciences.
Yep, Cardiac Sciences, and their ticker is CSCX.
I was going to show off and say I knew their ticker already.
Of course. You know them all. I just read them. I think someone else wants to
I'm just teasing you because we webcast them. We webcast these guys an awful lot. At a bunch of different conferences, right? CSCX, they're down 2% today. Ignore that. That's people getting scared off just in the general market, right? I know that the guy that I talked to there, and I'm sorry, I still have the flu.
Yeah.
So I'm a little under the weather, and plus I start off, I'm old to begin with, so my memory's failing. So I can't remember his name, but he is a smart guy, and that's important to me when I'm talking to a company. You know, I want to see, like, is this someone? Because essentially, I'm getting up here and I'm working. I'm suffering for the money working with you.
Right. Suffering. It must be so hard for you.
It really is. It really is like, oh, I'm tired every night. But in any event, I put the money into this, right? And I want to know, am I putting the money in? Because I buy a lot of these stocks. You know, I hear the good ideas and I think, wow, you know. And I want to know, like, are they smart people? What did they say? Do they make a good case for this? You know what I mean?
Of course,
that
it's really important to know who's managing and leading another company.
Absolutely, and we let people, they can either tune in here and see the free highlights, right? Here's somebody talking about the highlights. Sometimes if we actually get some work out of Tyler, he'll get us a 2 or 3 minute video of the CEO talking, right? And then they can see that, or they can always click through and see the whole half hour, and all of it's free. Yep. Okay. And you've got some more.
Yep. We have Trubio Pharmaceuticals, and their ticker symbol is TRBN.
Let's take a look at them.
Our first one that has gone up.
Yeah, fantastic, right? These guys are up 6.5% today. Jeez, oh man. Wow. Guys, I haven't seen any stocks that were up in like forever. I don't remember stocks going up. I didn't know that worked. I thought it was broken. I thought it was either zero or in the red. Yeah, did you know they went up? I didn't know.
Not since I was born.
Not since you were born, huh? That wasn't all that long ago. But anyhow, yeah, these guys are up 6.5% today. And they're going to be webcasting this week. Tune in. We'll have more information for you. And you've got one last one, right?
Yes, we do. And our last one is Gilead Sciences, GILD.
These guys we were going to talk about. Oh, we have another. They were going to be our special stock, right? We've got that is a pay thing. You do have to pay for that. I'm not talking into that. It's specialstock.com, and we pick one stock a month that, like most of the analysts or whatever sounds best in the Wall Street transcript. But that is a subscription product. But we were talking about them, and we had some people lobbying for them to be the special stock last month.
They seem to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, I know. There's a really good chance they should have been the special stock last month because it looks like they're up about $5 or $8 a share since then. Sorry about that, special stock subscribers. We'll try to do better next month. Gilead, big company, right? $43 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I lobbied against, is because they are so big. But gosh, you know, over time they just keep growing, doing the right things, and they're going to be talking. So fantastic. We'll be back with highlights from Invest Northwest this week. You had some good ideas, and we had lots of good things to look into. Thanks a lot for coming in and helping out.
Of course. It was my pleasure. We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at WSMCO.com. Thanks.